Welcome back to MyGM 2K25. I am your host, attackslug. It's a new week, yes it is, and I have some things to deal with heading towards Money in the Bank. Now, I have existing, current, ongoing rivalries. That includes our US title with Roman Reigns and AJ Styles. We also have The Miz and Oba. We also have our tag teams, a level 1 feud between Pete Dunne and the soon-to-be, no longer employed here, Braun Strowman, who has a couple weeks on his contract, and I'm not sure I'm going to renew that because it's whatever. But Pete Dunne is here to stay, hopefully. In terms of my locker room morale, no one is mad at me, so I'll take what I can get there. Alexa is off for a week due to a wardrobe malfunction, but we need a new women's title rivalry, and face heel specialist cruiser is Bailey calls out Alexa, ding dong, hello. But here's the thing, what I don't have is someone to challenge Drew McIntyre, and that, my friends, is an issue. So I feel like what I should have as my mid-card match on pay-per-view would be a level 4 Roman and AJ, because they have the pop for it. That makes sense. But in the meanwhile, what do I do with Seth and Drew, who obviously just had a feud and can't do it again? Now, what I could attempt here is on today's show to buy a steel cage match and finish up Miz and Oba, who has plenty of stamina, and then have Oba and Seth do a thing for a bit, and then inject Drew into a triple threat type thing there. That might work. Maybe. I'm not going to guarantee that. But we did satisfy Tony D, so he's okay in the tag teams, but right now, today, Triple H says, do not work those male tag team champions, and the power card is a get schooled card, so I might ignore that. In booking this week's show, I feel like we should main event with that steel cage match between The Miz and Oba Femi. Now, if Miz gets hurt here, I'm not as concerned. Miz is not a permanent roster member, and that's whatever. But I know, obviously, that a cage match does resolve the rivalry. Regardless. Actually, let's book the match, but then put it on first. Because if you're trying to end a rivalry and then start a new one on the same show, it has to be in the right order. Doing it this way wouldn't work. But if we were to say, hey man, I'm going to take this and move it, and then in our main event promo spot, then have Seth freaking Rollins call out Oba, that might just work. So Seth calls out Oba for that contest. We also need the call out from Bailey to Alexa Bliss. There we go with that. We do, with that power card, have the wonderful Tatum Paxley cutting a charity promo, because she is now a 5 on promo, which means we should hopefully get Roman and AJ, who have decent stamina, in your main event to level 4, and then save it for the actual pay-per-view. But otherwise, we still are working Braun Strowman and Pete Dunne, because they're still in that very low-level rivalry that no one cares about. It's whatever. And yes, that does also leave the question of what to do with Asuka. But, you know, at the very least, we know Drew needs some time off. He's got 35 stamina. You don't want to overwork your champion and have him get injured like other brands have had happen last week. So, I will indeed work my tag team champions. So, A-Town Down Under versus Tony D and Trick all have pretty good stamina for a non-title affair at level 2. Now, will this piss off Tony D again? Maybe. If I make sure that Tony D and Trick win the match, that might actually be better for me. Now, I'm currently spending 56. We do have the ability to purchase some logistics. But the question is, do we want to spend, because I really want that concert hall. That's what I want, but it's 100 grand, and I am not looking to spend that considering my overall current budget. So maybe backstage crew giving me a increased show quality, a show cost compensation, and a falls count anywhere, and last man standing matches. So let's do that, which puts us at 109, and we're spending like half that, just about. It's a problem. Now, I did get some interesting power cards, including select an opposing brand. A random superstar of their stamina reduced to 0. I'd like to use that before the go-home show. So somebody on that go-home show is going to be puking. And at the same time, a limited stock card as well. But these two I don't need right now because I don't have the cash to really do a scouting of talent, because that costs even more of my very limited budget. So that's our Monday show here. We got a cage match. We got standard, no titles on the line, and then 2 call-out promos, hopefully sparking those rivalries. And I'd like to make sure that Tony D and Trick win their tag team match. We'll see. We do have a pretty good lead in first place. I'm not that worried about one particular show, but confirm that booking. And NXT is first up. Alba Fire and Nikita getting into it in a standard one-on-one endeavor. Okay, stamina. Nikita gets the win, and it was 3 stars down level 3 on their rivalry. Mello, don't miss, +1. Mid-card, Maxine Dupree and Zoe Stark, and they both have 100 stamina, so congrats to them. Kudos, but a star and a half. The call-out Wolfgang to Andrade, level 2 to level 3. Mid-card, triple threat, Eric, Tyler, and Olaf. I had seen that they had hired him for reasons. And it is the Viking Eric. It was a star and a half, and now Eric and Bate are in a feud. Dexter Loomis gets a good charity promo. And your main event, big time, Isla Dawn with okay stamina. And it is big time Bex again and again and again, 3 stars. The SmackDown Women's Championship on the line, Gigi defending against Piper with a Kairi Sane run-in. Will she retain? And still with a 3-star good match. The call-out, Josh Briggs, William Dark, level 3 to level 4. Baron Corbin, Akam, both have 100 stamina. Like, okay. Akam with the win, 2 stars, mediocre. Solo does a good charity promo. Tonga Loa has replaced Jacob as his tag team partner, who's now injured, to face Otis and Randy Orton, because Tozawa also got injured in the same freaking match. A lot of titles here, but none of them on the line. What do we get? And Randy there at 41 is not great for his stamina, so Otis and Randy, 2.5 stars, yeah, nobody cares. Now, Chelsea Green, Rhea Ripley, perhaps someone will care. In a tables main event, it is Chelsea Green. It was 3.5 stars. And over on my brand, WCW, will The Miz refrain from being injured in this ender of this rivalry? And Miz got the win, which is hilarious. It was amazing, 4 stars, which is great for me, but weird. Okay, Tatum Paxley did an okay. I gave her 5 on promo, and still it was just okay for charity. Braun Strowman, Pete Dunne, I don't expect much from these two. It was the Monster Among Men, 1 big SOB, 2 stars, mediocre. The call out, did it work? Yes. Level 0, level 1. Now then, we must play the match. I'll be Austin Theory, who's been getting pinned all the time anyway, so why not have him get pinned one more time here in this tag team endeavor in this high school basketball gym in Winter Park, Florida. And they actually have their tag team entrance here by just having them in a tag team, so kudos for that actually being right and not glitching out, because, you know, 2K these days. But Here we go. Non-title. Dawn, just pin me and pay me. That's all I'm looking for here in this matchup. Like, it's going to be, hopefully, a quick victory for Dawn and Trick. And that will hopefully appease any annoyances from the Dawn. So he'll say, forget about it. Holds it. You can stand there, Theory. I don't care. You can stand there. Yep, there we go. 2.5 stars, rivalry grows. The call out also, like again, in the right order, that worked. He finished the rivalry, and we started one on the same show. That's called efficiency. Now then, your main event, Roman and AJ, hopefully being awesome. AJ wins, and it was 4 stars, amazing. So now they're good until, like, the end of the week. So what else do I do in the meantime? Who knows? Over on Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes, Cody 2 Belts versus Karrion Kross. They got okay stamina. Why not? Standard match. Whatever. It is Karrion Kross with the win. It was 3.5 stars. The tag team call out was excellent. Level 2 to level 3. Fatal 4-way. Omos, Javon, Elton, and Duke getting into it here. Because why not? It is Duke Hudson with the win. It was 3 stars, so now Omos and Duke are in a rivalry. Speaking of Chase U, Andre Chase gets 3 on his promo. Eddie Thorpe and Rezar in a tables match in your mid-card. It was Eddie Thorpe. It is 3 stars good. Oro cuts a 0 promo. And your main event tables match, Jade Cargill, Scarlett. It is going to be Jade Cargill. The Storm is coming, 3.5 stars. And so WCW gets amazing booking. Good, good, good. I was the only one who got amazing. Great show with the opener and the finish. Well, yeah, it was expensive, but it got there. Continue. NXT did 27 thou, and they made 47 thou. SmackDown did 32, and SmackDown made 38. WCW did 37, and we made 13. Yeah, that's my budget is just in the toilet for my show. It's bad, but no one's hurt, so I'll take what I can get, right? And Raw did 31, and Raw made 49. Yeah, I need, like, budget, man. That was the whole point of getting the thing that I wanted to get, and it just didn't really increase the budget that much. So, which puts our lead to 61,205, and the only one even getting close to having 200K in the bank is Adam Pearce. And man, if you're in third place, start spending it, because otherwise we're just in a rough shape here. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Grayson Waller wants a match with Tony D. You're in a rivalry, so that's a great idea, Grayson Waller, in the next 3 weeks. Don't you worry. You'll be in your tag team title match, playa. Austin Theory wants 2 weeks off. And my options are nah. My options are ask in a few weeks. I can say, hey, I'll give you 1 week, or you deserve it. And I feel like the problem with asking a few weeks is he'll get mad at me now and then get mad at me then when I say, nah, buddy. So I'll just take the hit on the chin right now and say, you've got enough stamina to not complain about it. So that's it? A straight no? Yeah, all right. So from the smiley to the straight-faced, we're still okay with Austin Theory. I know a guy. Wait. A rival GM stole a power card. Somebody stole my talent scout. Who? Who stole it? You don't tell me who? You say, oh, it got stolen? That's messed up. At least they didn't steal this one, which actually, since I won both matches on Hell in a Cell, I have 2 of these. Y'all are in trouble for the Go Home show. That's to be sure. But that's it for today. I got 123 in the budget. It's not great. Also, Triple H wants at least 1 last man standing match. So maybe, depending on the cost and the logistics of the stamina, we'll see. But I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.